Moving on, our main story tonight will focus on the 108 curriculum. But what is 108 curriculum? Is it a 1,000-year-old mystery that no one knows how to solve? No, it's absolutely wrong. Actually, the only similarity between 108 curriculum and the mystery is that no one knows what they actually are. But one is a story made up by your grandma when she's on cracks. Yeah, kids, you never wonder who will think of a floating castle when they're sober. And the other is a government policy. This is why there's a huge problem. Not a lot of high school students actually know what 108 curriculum is about. But good news, I'm not only a high school student, I'm also an ambitious adventurer. I'm here to save the day. And also, I can put this in my academic portfolio, which I heard is crucial in the 108 curriculum. Let's start from the core value of the curriculum, core competence. Such a classy word, I actually have to look it up on the internet. It means the ability to combine learning and life. But I'll have to say, as a Taiwanese student, our life is all about learning. So combining learning and life means to combine learning and learning probably equals learning square meter. I'm sorry. Let me just bring it back a little bit and give you some examples, specific examples of the 108 curriculum. One of them is the elective class, which you may think is for college students, but now it's for high school students too. And this new feature will soon be available for kindergarteners. You know why? Because Taiwan just gets better every generation. Let's move on. What is also worth mentioning about the elective class and what separates it from the main subjects is every school has their elective classes based on their own features. For example, schools in Tainan may teach you how to endure sugarless green tea. Schools in Taidong may teach you how to become a grandma. Oh, and schools in Taichung may teach you how to stay calm when you see bullets flying. Okay, I know. Only a little bit of that is true. But elective classes could be similar to presidential voting when none of the selections seem appealing to you, but you're forced to choose from them. Every school has some weird classes that no one knows what for. I'll take my school for example. I hope it won't get me in trouble. What's Ritual for Confucius Worship? 孔庙祭典仪程. When I first saw it, I thought it was a prank. But until some of my unlucky friends got into that class accidentally. Yeah, I say accidentally, because they did not volunteer. And I just don't think any high school student with proper mental health would join that class. Oh, it's nothing personal, Mr. Confucius. I love you, and please tell me an answer during the exam. I've memorized every word you say. But there are strange courses like that all over Taiwan. We're not the only victims. Please share your strange courses down there with us. Although having students going to weird classes is a huge problem, the even bigger issue is when different schools have different courses. Schools in the city, for example, they have fancy courses tied with ribbons and a cherry on top. Classes where you can really learn things. But schools in the rural area, due to their remote location and lack of resources, they often don't get enough teachers for the elective class. Because elective classes are offered by schools independently, the resources every school has will make a huge difference. In conclusion, high-end schools offer a great range of courses. Some schools, like mine, have really weird classes, but students in the remote area has no choice. Will the new curriculum increase the gap between urban and rural districts? This is a problem we definitely need to keep an eye on. Another big thing about the 108 curriculum is self-learning. The whole point of that is students create their own classes and eventually come up with their own stuff. But, can those 15-year-old students really create their own courses? I mean, I'm 18 now, but I have problems creating in the Minecraft world. Once I tried to build a swimming pool using TNT blocks, and instead of water, I decided to put lava. I'm still wondering why it explodes every time. The main purpose of this self-learning is to make students learn what they like and eventually dive deep into it. I believe everyone has been a student, right? Right? Yeah. Students don't like learning math or science. They like playing video games or baseball. So, what will happen is students will get so hyped and excited on the research of how to increase their Brawl Stars skills. But some may say hey, you have no evidence. After years of math education, students in Taiwan may dream about being a mathematician or physicist. Here's my evidence. Watch out. This is a group of students that do Brawl Stars as their topic in the self-learning class. I'll put the link down below. If you find the voice in that video familiar, you're right, because that's what I've done for my elective class. So far, we only talk about the impacts on students. But education can be done by students alone. Or you could, but the consequence would be catastrophic. Hey, what have you learned at school, Timmy?
Oh, I had a great time at school. I tore some history books and me and Eric ate poo-poo for lunch.
Yeah, so you now know how important teacher play in the role of education, right? And now we're going to talk about the impacts on teachers. According to a survey made upon 1,500 teachers, they're having 23 to 30 classes a week due to the new curriculum, which is 1.5 to 2 times more than scheduled. Can those overworked teachers maintain the same quality? And don't forget, 108 curriculum is also a new challenge for them. So students that don't clearly know about the system and teachers that overworks, it's not the best combination. Just imagine you go skydiving for the first time and the instructor is too tired and not familiar with the new equipment. Hey, are you sure my parachute can open properly? Probably. But it's a new parachute and I'm not so familiar with it. And I'm so tired, so you can figure it out later. No, I don't want to figure it out later. What can I do when I figure it out?
It really can't work.
To the stage, you may think I'm cynical, a pessimist, or I'm just someone who hates the system or something. Part of it was right. I'm cynical, I hate people. But the new curriculum means our government is making changes in the education system, and in a good way. I mean, I've never met anyone who loves the Taiwanese education system, unless you're a mascot.
Oh, spank me with a math textbook, teacher.
But the above mentioned classes, whether the elective class or self-learning, gives you a bigger space and, more importantly, makes you think. It won't seem as useful as math, Chinese, science, or English, or other main subjects on a short-term basis. But making your own decision and deciding what you like is something we all have to face in our life. And that is what traditional education probably don't teach you. But at least they're trying to do it now in the new curriculum. Although you may not get used to it at first. But we both need time to adjust. I know that sounds like your girlfriend when she's mad at you. But you know what's the difference? Your girlfriend is not going to make that substantial change. But your country did! Your country did! Don't you think Tsai Ing-wen's face look a lot more attractive now? The 108 curriculum is not impeccable and can be very difficult for us to adapt. There are compliments and critics about the 108 curriculum, but the people who decide whether the curriculum is effective or not are people who are actually involved in it. For example, you and me. Thank you.